Hello everybody, welcome back to another weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Aiden Leisure, and today we're going to be taking a look at the temperatures for the next couple of days, as well as some of those weather systems we're going to be seeing here towards the end of the week and into next week. You can see here in this lower 48 graphic a ton of moisture up here in the Pacific Northwest. You can see all of that rain and all of that snow. It's what we call the Pineapple Express. So when all that moisture from the Pacific ends up in one place, and that place is the Pacific Northwest. And you can see that moisture really starts to build up on the northern Rockies and eventually start to fire clippers off into the area where the jet stream traces, and that is going to be over our neck of the woods. As you can see, a couple clipper systems do make their way through, and then a big high pressure system makes its way through, which is signifying a giant deep freeze. So we're going to see the coldest temperatures that we've seen all fall and all winter this next couple of days here. So please be weather aware. When I blow that up, you can see that first winter storm kind of comes through, and then that second douse of snow, and then next comes that high pressure system that's really going to start to cool us down to the point where we're going to be in the negative teens, and then the wind chills maybe even into the negative 20s in the area, which is going to be bitter cold. But let's take a look at these high temperatures here. You can see Chicagoland still is remaining in the 30s, a little colder up north, but I will definitely point out this big warming that's happening here in Nebraska and Kansas. Places are going to maybe even hit 70 degrees in December, which is incredible. That is very warm for that time of year. And you can see here that cold really starts to show itself there into the single digits and negative teens up there, even in north portions of northern North Dakota up there. Single digits, though, remaining towards pretty much the northern portion of the entire graphic here. You can see, though, tomorrow still remaining a little warm. That warmth really does go away down into the southwestern portions of the graphic, but you can see up here we're not really going to run away from that cold, and that's really going to be evident when I push this forward to tomorrow night. We're seeing our first colors of white here, which really means negative 20 degrees as just a temperature, not just a wind chill, just a temperature. And so we're going to really start to see this cold make its way into our neck of the woods here soon as we go forward in towards Sunday and in towards Monday. So Oswego, let's take a look here. You can see that 5-day forecast. It's going to remain chilly, but I did highlight a couple days here, a couple nights rather, where we're going to be below zero, and we're also going to see wind chills that are going to be far, far below that. We're going to see wind chills maybe even in the negative 20s on Saturday night into Sunday night, and also maybe even Monday. We're going to see those wind chills really stick around. So the posted temperature is not the temperature. Please look at the feels like temperature whenever you guys go outside. That's going to be on your weather app. You all scroll down a little bit and it'll be there. You can read it, and it's typically going to be colder if there's wind. So in this case, any wind at this point in time, but if it's in the negative degrees here, any wind is going to make it way colder than it's posted. So please keep an eye on the weather. Bundle up if you guys are going outside. Please do not be outside for long periods of time, all that jazz. So let's take a look at the snow accumulating here. That first system that comes through, that second system that comes through, it's going to trace pretty much the exact same area there in central Illinois, places like Springfield, Illinois, Macomb, Illinois, even places like Champaign, and then southern portions of Indiana as well, picking up maybe even close to a half a foot of snow after it's all said and done, which is quite incredible for you guys. You guys haven't seen that much snow yet this year. Most of it's been falling up in our neck of the woods here in northern Illinois, but you guys are going to have your chance now. And after this snow falls, that big freeze happens. So please make sure you guys are weather aware. As this freeze comes in, it is going to become bitter cold outside. Like I said, do not stay outside for more than 5 minutes, especially if you guys are not bundled up from head to toe. Make sure you guys are wearing gloves, hats, scarves, anything to protect any skin exposed. It is going to be very, very cold this weekend, especially on Sunday. So let's take a look though at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. You can see very much the contrary of what I've been talking about recently. So I've been talking about the cold, yapping all about this big polar vortex that's coming through, but our 8 to 14 day, pretty much the entire United States in a significantly above average pattern in terms of temperature. We're going to be expecting a lot higher temperatures. And I know Alaska ain't very close to us, but I did want to point out that over here in portions like Anchorage are going to be experiencing very, very cold temperatures than what they're used to. So please make sure you guys are weather aware up there. Some friends in Alaska, if you guys are up there somehow watching this, make sure you guys know to experience that cold as that comes in. So also did want to take a look here at the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. You can see here it's going to remain above average here in the Pacific Northwest, which is really unfortunate considering we've remained above average for the last 3 weeks up there. It's just been consistently raining all the time, and we are seeing tons of flooding coming out of this. So we're going to be seeing a lot of moisture still, even in the next week or two as we head towards Christmas. This is not going to let up necessarily right away. It may calm down at some points in time, but it's not going to let up right away. But the other portion of the United States, kind of our southern portion here, you can see that below average amounts of precipitation expected the next 1 to 2 weeks. So you guys, please remain weather aware, especially if you guys are in the Pacific Northwest. This is a pretty big deal up for you guys as that moisture really starts to come through. And obviously, that moisture is going to give us a lot more storms as the time goes on. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next forecast.